Hey, Banana Slugs. I'm Tiffany, and welcome to How to Pay Your UCSC Bill. If you've not already done so, please watch How to Read and Understand Your UCSC Bill, the previous video, so you know where to find the thing we're going to do now, which is pay the bill. Here's what we'll cover in this video. We're going to talk about when to make a payment and how much to pay, the different payment options you have available, including how to pay online with UCSC eBill ePay. And I'm going to offer you some financial planning resources to help you make sure that you have the money you need to cover all your costs and expenses as a UCSC student. And since we're going to be covering a lot of information in this video, it may be a good idea to take some notes so you can remember what we went over when it's time to do what you need to do. When someone says paying the bill, they usually mean paying the total amount owed or the account balance by a specific date called the due date. You can find your account balance in several places: on your UCSC bill, in My UCSC, in the My Account $ tile, and in UCSC eBill ePay. When should you make a payment? It's always best to pay by the due date so you can avoid negative consequences for late payments. You can find your payment due date on your bill. When you're logging into My UCSC, tap the My Account $ tile. It's also in UCSC eBill ePay, or you can go to the Student Business Services website, sbs.ucsc.edu, and you'll find a list of payment due dates on the home screen. And if you drill down into some of the resources that they have on that page. How much you need to pay depends on a couple of different factors. One of them is whether you're paying a quarterly or a monthly bill. Quarterly bills have larger charges for things like tuition and fees. And so you'll need to pay more on those than you might on monthly bills, which may have few or no charges on them. Also, if you're paying out of pocket or paying with financial aid, there might be a difference in the amount you need to pay versus the amount on a bill. If you're paying out of pocket, that means that you're paying with money that you already have in a savings or a checking account. If that describes your situation, then pay the account balance on the bill or log into your financial account in My UCSC and pay the amount shown in My Account $. There are also situations when your payment amount may be different than the amount due on the bill. How do you figure that out? Well, let's take a look. If you're receiving financial aid, this is a way to figure out how much to pay. You take the account balance, the total anticipated aid, and you subtract the aid from the account balance to get your payment amount. To check your current balance, you can go to My UCSC and tap on the My Account $ tile. Now, you'll see that there are some different charges and different due dates, and it's kind of hard to tell how much you actually owe and what you're being charged for. So if you see this type of screen and you'd like to know more, you can tap the little triangle next to Details by Due Date and get a list of detailed charges by the due date when you'll need to pay for them. The amount to pay may also be different than what you see on the bill if you set up a monthly payment arrangement. If you or an adult at home are not able to pay the full amount of your quarterly bills, a monthly payment arrangement may help. These payment arrangements take quarterly charges for either your combined tuition and fees or your combined housing and meal plans, or both, and divide them over the 3 months of the quarter to create smaller, more affordable payments. It's important to remember that monthly payment arrangements are not recommended for students who anticipate financial aid covering most or all of their housing charges, because you won't need to break up those payments. You may not have to pay anything at all. Also, there's no monthly payment option for UC SHIP health insurance. And now, a message about financial aid. And that is, don't panic if your financial aid doesn't pay your bill right away. So if you're expecting to receive financial aid, what you may not know is that aid cannot disperse to pay your UCSC account until just a few days before the beginning of classes. This leaves people a little nervous sometimes because they're waiting for their financial aid to come through and pay their charges, and they still haven't paid and the bill is coming due. They stress out. You don't need to do that. as long as you make sure you've done everything that you need to do to prevent financial aid delays. Let me show you what those are. First, watch for messages and tasks in My UCSC, and also watch for emails. If there's a financial aid task connected to it, complete that task immediately. The faster you do, the faster things will process. And then, as soon as your aid package comes into My UCSC in the financial aid tile, make sure you accept the amounts and types of aid you want. Also, if you're planning to accept student loans, all student loans require you to complete entrance counseling and a master promissory note before those funds can disperse. There will be instructions in your My UCSC portal and in your email, so watch for those tasks and make sure you get them done. If you are accepting a parent or budget gap loan, the acceptance is just the first step. After that, your parent must apply for the loan and they have to qualify and also complete a master promissory note. So make sure if you're accepting that type of loan, you let your parent know what they need to do too. If you're receiving money from private student loans, you may need a co-signer to qualify for these. And if you need help trying to figure all this out, you can always come to the Select Sense Financial Wellness Program. We help students with all kinds of questions about student loans and other financial aid. Now let's look at the different options available to help you pay your bill. You're always welcome to mail or drop off a check or money order to the SBS Financial Service Center with the payment coupon on page 2 of your bill. And please, never mail cash. If you mail cash and it gets lost, you can't recover it. Cash payment should be sealed in an envelope and dropped off at the Financial Service Center or in the night depository. And if you're paying in cash, be sure to include a payment coupon or print your first and last name and your student ID number on the envelope. International students and parents can use Flywire to pay in your home currency from nearly any country and any bank. Flywire has reasonable foreign exchange rates and fees, and payments can be tracked online from start to finish. A link to UCSC's Flywire page is available on the Student Business Services website, or you can go directly to it at flywire.ucsc.edu. The UCSC eBill ePay site makes it easy to pay online from a checking or savings account, a debit or credit card, or a 529 savings plan to your UCSC account. To access the site, log into My UCSC, tap My Account $, tap UCSC eBill ePay in the sidebar, and then tap the Make a Payment button that you'll see. Let me show you how to find your way around the UCSC eBill ePay site. When you get there, you'll land on the overview screen, which you see here, which is where you can send a payer invitation by tapping that little link in the middle, or you can see receipts for transactions for payments that have been made to your account. Receipts are also available on the transactions screen, or you can choose My Account from the menu to add a payment method, send a payer invitation, and set up SMS notifications to get text messages when a new bill is ready to view. The Make a Payment screen is where you'll go to pay your bill electronically, and Statements is where you can find all your UCSC bills. Before you can make a payment, you'll need to add a payment method. Start on the My Account screen and tap Add a Payment Method, then choose from 3 payment options: credit or debit card, bank account, or 529 savings plan. To set up payments from a debit or credit card, choose Credit or Debit Card, enter your card number and your expiration date and the 3-digit security code from the back of your card and your mailing zip code, and then save the information. Remember that if you pay with any card, debit or credit, you'll be charged a non-refundable fee on top of your payment amount. This is really important to remember because usually when we think of paying with a debit card, we're paying with our own money. In this system, paying with any kind of card carries a fee, and they're expensive, so let's avoid that. Paying directly from a bank account is always free. Let me show you how to set that up. From the My Account screen, tap bank account, then enter your savings or checking account number, and then enter your bank or credit union's 9-digit routing number. You can find these numbers at the bottom of your own check if you happen to have one, or by logging into your account from a computer or through your mobile banking app. Then check the box for savings or checking, depending upon what type of account it is. Tap save, and you're done. Remember, don't enter a debit card number or a credit union member number in this screen. Your payment won't work. To set up payments from a 529 savings plan, choose the 529 savings plan button, locate your plan name in the drop-down menu, and enter your plan account number to log in. Some plans allow you to make electronic payments, but others don't, so it's a good idea to check with the plan administrator for instructions before you try to make a payment and see if you'll be charged a fee. Now that you know how to set up a payment method, let's run through how to make a payment. When you're ready to pay, log into UCSC eBill ePay, tap Make a Payment on the sidebar, select your payment method, enter a payment amount, and follow the prompts to submit your payment. And that's it. I think it's nice to have a few pro tips, so here are some to help you manage your payments to UCSC. First, check the My Account $ tile in My UCSC once a week to review your account balance and pay new charges by the due dates. You can also set reminders so you'll know when payments are due. And a great way to do this is to set up SMS text alerts so you'll get a text whenever there's a new bill. When you get that text, look at the bill and then add the due date as a calendar reminder so you won't forget to pay it. And be sure to send a payer invitation from UCSC eBill ePay to anyone who plans to make payments on your account. As you make plans to come to campus, you might be wondering about the cost of attending UCSC and how much you'll need to pay for everything. Luckily, we have some tools to help you estimate those costs. The UC Santa Cruz Financial Aid Net Price Calculator is a tool that provides a preliminary financial aid estimate for full-time undergraduate students who plan to enter UC Santa Cruz in the fall of 2025. Use the SAI from your financial aid application to get estimated financial aid eligibility and cost of attendance for the full academic year. It's important to remember that estimated amounts produced by the calculator are not necessarily the amounts you'll pay or the amount of financial aid you could be eligible to receive. However, estimates from the net price calculator may give you a better understanding of college expenses and the funds you'll need to pay for them. Of course, if you have questions about the calculator or your financial aid eligibility, contact UCSC's Financial Aid and Scholarships Office. The Slexen's Financial Wellness Program also offers a tool that can help. We have the estimated budget calculator for the academic year that was built by students for students like you. The calculator takes planned and estimated income from financial aid and personal resources and subtracts planned and estimated expenses for academic and personal needs to identify potential funding gaps that you may need to plan for. Both the net price calculator and the estimated budget calculator can help you get a better understanding of your financial situation so you can plan your financial life for the coming year. And your next SBS orientation task is to help you get both tools. Here's what you need to do. Start from your UCSC email, send an email to slugsens@ucsc.edu with the words financial tools in the subject line. Wait a little bit and you'll receive a reply email with links to both calculators and some additional resources that may help you find more money for school if you need it. You can also get access to information about upcoming workshops from the Slugsens Financial Wellness Program, including workshops on how to use the net price and estimated budget calculators to figure out if you have enough money for the upcoming year and where to look for additional funds if you need them. If you or an adult at home have questions about making payments, about reading your bills, or calculating how much to pay, please, we're ready to help you. Just reach out. You can contact the SBS Financial Service Center or contact the Slugsens Financial Wellness Program. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.